Back to school season is officially upon us here in San Diego, and instead of asking your child, how was your day? Did you eat lunch? Did you take a nap? What did you do today? What did you play with? Try nothing instead.
That's one piece of advice for back to school from the founder of Coaching and Compassion, Mansi Parikh. She joins us now here in the studio. Thank you so much. And before we talk about back to school, tell us what you do and who you help, and talk about that advice that we just heard. We're both kind of shaking our heads at that. Try nothing.
Yes, thank you for having me. And absolutely, I am a conscious parenting coach, and I work with parents to turn their parenting stressors into parenting successes. What you just saw was a clip of my little daughter coming home from school, and gosh, oftentimes what we do with our children is bombard them with a list of questions upon exiting school, and kind of like us coming home from work and just wanting a minute to decompress. And so I suggest possibly doing nothing. A hug often communicates everything that a child might need to hear after a long day of school.
What are some stresses that children sort of take on and face every day now?
Absolutely. Gosh, I mean, from listening to instructions and everybody at school, trying to learn new material, making friends, possibly losing friends, to academic pressures and stresses, to fads and the latest trend that's on TikTok. You name it, the kids are dealing with all kinds of stressors all on their own, without an adult, without a parent, to really kind of be their touch throughout the day.
So you're a parent, so how has that influenced your own coaching style?
Oh gosh, I think it is everything that is my coaching style. I had two babies at once, I had twins, and that completely transformed how I showed up as a parent. It was hard, and I realized that the old techniques in which our elders had parented us with, were not quite working out. My kids weren't pleased with me, I wasn't pleased with my kids, and a shift had to have been made. And so everything that I do now with my children, I am the first place, I'm my most important client at home, is how can I show up the best parent for my children.
So then what is your advice to sort of get children to open up organically without forcing it to come out?
Yes, and you know what? That depends a little bit on temperament and personality, but more or less, children will be open with a parent when they feel safe to open up to a parent. They want to be able to come to the parent to express their hardships and their successes, but oftentimes as parents, we kind of might overcomplicate interactions without even knowing that we're doing so. So it's offering a sense of neutrality and a safety to a child to be open to hearing their experiences without judgment or criticism. You know,
drop off and pick up can be very tricky for parents. I remember crying at the same time when I had to do that a few times. So how do you handle that though as a parent?
Yeah, drop-offs and pickups can be very difficult. Let's be honest, this is a hard time for both parents and children alike. And so when we're coming in with high anxiety, I want to reflect that it takes 90 seconds. Emotions is energy in motion. And you'll be surprised to hear that just 90 seconds for that emotion to flow through our body, peak and exit. So we take that into consideration. Our children are just looking to feel their feelings for 90 seconds even. How can we offer them a sense of compassion, allow them to feel their hard feelings so that it doesn't define them? What happens is that oftentimes we don't give them those 90 seconds or just a piece of holding space, and our thoughts kind of keep those feelings alive for a longer, much longer time, creating a deeper sense of anxiety that just can't seem to go away.
And how can parents help their children sort of navigate homework and time management? I mean, there's a lot on children's plates, you know, sports and homework and parties.
Yes, gosh, even just hearing you say that makes me think of a power struggle between parents and children, because the parents have an idea of what they want their children to be like, what they want them to do, and same thing for the children. They have their own agenda. So let's be real. Parents and children both have power alike. So for children, you get to have power by making mistakes. I always tell my children, dogs equal barking, cats equal meowing, humans equal mistakes. That it is our job to make as many mistakes as humanly possible under our parents' roof so that our parents are there to really hold us and pick us up and really help redirect us. So allow your children to forget and make a mistake.
You are a conscious parenting coach, so how does consciousness, I guess, fit into this educational space?
Oh my gosh, where doesn't it fit in? I think about education as being a conscious space as well as home. So when I think of consciousness, I think of being aware. How can we come in with awareness? There's so much focus on parents in the conscious parenting realm, that how can we as parents show up in a very much stronger way, awareness of ourselves, our own triggers, how are we showing up with our children, what's keeping us from being able to connect with them, as well as our children. If they're having behavioral issues, what's underneath? the behavior that's making them show up that way.
Back to school right around the corner. So any tips for parents to kind of prepare their kids so that their children aren't stressed out?
Yes. Oh my gosh, parents, I highly, highly suggest some self-care. I know that sounds a little deviated, but parents, get ready. Get ready by taking care of yourself so that we can have emotional space to keep open for our children.
All right, Mansi Parikh with the Coaching and Compassion. We appreciate you being here. Great advice for everyone out there, especially parents. I hope they were listening, and kids too. If you'd like to learn more, we have a link, of course, to your website at fox5sandiego.com. Click on the Scene On tab. Thanks again.
Thank you.